back to my channel, or if you've never seen me before, hi! Consider subscribing if you like this video. But yeah, as you can obviously tell by the title, I'm doing a what's on my iPad. Just have the normal iPad, 32 gigabytes I believe. I got this really recently, maybe like a month ago, and I actually filmed an unboxing, so if you guys are maybe interested in that video, I'll leave it up in the cards above and in the description bar below. I've done a couple of like what's on my iPhones before, and they tend to do quite well for my channel. I have this basic ass pink case on it from Amazon. This just does the job for me. It was really cheap as well. It's this lovely pink color that actually kind of matches my jumper. How appropriate. I think this was like £7 or something ridiculous. I like it because you can fold it up like that. I also wanted to get the Apple Pencil because the main reason I use my iPad, I'm gonna be honest, I do not have tons and tons of apps, so I don't think this video will be that long. But the holy grail, and basically the reason why I got this iPad, is for Procreate. So those cute doodles I put in my videos. I just wanted to venture into like graphic art a bit more. I love how it just connects up there, and it also charges it whilst it's doing that, so it's very handy. I was gonna be like, look how secure, but never mind. So without further ado, let's get into my iPad. Okay, so here is my iPad. Oh, you can see my face in it. Hi. So this is my lock screen. I personally think it is super cute. I just got it off of Pinterest. I always recommend Pinterest for really cute wallpapers like this. So going into my iPad, this is just my home screen. I just have like two screens, two pages, whatever it's called. This first one is kind of like my default page with all the default apps that come with the iPad, so not very exciting. And then this page is just where I've organized all my folders. It's just starting off with how I have customized and personalized my iPad. The background is actually off of Pinterest as well, however, I am very lazy and I'm sure I could have made something similar on Procreate. I love these kind of like terracotta colors right now. On my little slide down bar there, I've not really changed this apart from I've just added the screen record button there. That's the only thing I've personalized. And then on my slide bar here, I've kept this pretty similar to the default options. It's obviously quite important to have the news up. Given the world's state right now, I like how it just shows my battery levels here, so it's good to track for like my Apple Pencil. And then, right at the bottom, my sub count. I actually hit 4,000 subscribers today, so thank you so much, guys. It was the nicest thing to wake up to. I'm actually so happy, and it means a lot. And if you haven't subscribed already, join the fam. It'll be good to have ya. So yeah, that's my little widget bar, whatever it's called. And then I won't even talk through these because these are just, you get them on like all Apple products. Blah 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 blah. But I put a lot of like the extra ones that I just do not use into here. I am a massive fan of iMovie. I don't use it anymore since I've upgraded to Final Cut Pro, but I really recommend iMovie if you are starting off as a YouTuber, or if you're wanting to do any kind of video production. iMovie is a great free software to use. I actually don't know how good it would be to use on here. I can imagine it being quite decent on an iPad. There we go, so that's my first page. And then down here on my docs, I actually need to personalize this because like I never use Apple Music, but I think I want to put Procreate down here. Let's do it now actually. Procreate. This is what I meant to be doing before the video. But I also took off, I think the iPad automatically comes with this feature where it will have your like most recent used apps on the side there. I just got rid of it because I wasn't a fan. Moving on to the good stuff, the main page. I've just got 6 different folders here. So apart from Procreate, I do use my iPad a lot for watching stuff and for leisure, entertainment. So this is my video folder. I've just got Netflix, all 4. I've actually been really liking just like going on all 4 and watching super random documentaries. Very questionable. I was just curious about the world of swingers. It's very interesting. Dairy Girls I love so much. I was watching a bit of Super Nanny, all that good stuff. I really like all 4. Prime Video, Prime Video is very hit and miss. Sometimes I'll find something on it that like you can't find on Netflix or anywhere else, and it's great. But that's that. And then in here, this is my productivity folder. I'm not a student. I know a lot of people watch these like what's on my iPad videos because having an iPad's extremely useful if you are a student, just using it to revise, to take notes on. But I like to use this for planning YouTube videos. Notes I actually use a ton. I do want to slowly get into the habit of using a fancier app for my notes because the notes app itself isn't the best. You can see from this I just do like random notes. I have like video ideas and stuff. I forgot to say my iPad is on dark mode. And then reminders, I love reminders so much. I do need to go in and tidy this up. You can make a bunch of different lists. You can actually set reminders so a notification will pop up. So that's really useful for me. I'm very forgetful. Trello is an app. I'm sure if you guys have seen a What's on my iPad before, just so many people have this. I only have one board. I'm definitely still getting into this, but I do recommend it. It's just a great organizational tool. It's always very satisfying to be able to like tick things off. For example, I did do this, so that is done. But yeah, this app was free. I do recommend it from what I can tell. Pages is obviously like Apple's version of Word, so you can just make a bunch of documents and stuff. I downloaded Quick Notes. I just didn't want to pay the £8 or whatever for Good Notes. However, if you are someone who's gonna use your iPad primarily for like note-taking, studying, all that, maybe get Good Notes. I've heard amazing things about it. Yeah, I just haven't had a reason to get it yet. This is a free alternative, I believe. And so you just create like little notebooks. I've just got one for YouTube, and then within it you've got like a literal page layout for you, and then you can go ahead and write on it. Not that you would write that. To do, film, video. Excuse my handwriting. That's all for productivity. Moving on to photo. Definitely where most of my apps are at. While I was using Procreate to make my editing a bit more interesting, I do use my iPad a lot for photo editing. So whether that's thumbnails or even Instagram photos, I'm trying to get in the habit of using my iPad just for like creative stuff like that. So I'll talk through some of these apps that I adore. Played around with so many different apps, and these are probably my favorite. Pixar, I could not make my thumbnails without. I love it so much. For example, let's take this photo. So you see this like sticker of autumnal leaves. I got that from just adding stickers. So for example, you can add really cute aesthetic looking stickers, move them around, adjust the size. The thing I love about this is that you can hit the eraser tool. Say you wanted something to be in front of that sticker, this is how you would do it. You can also add text, do a bunch of other fab stuff. If you don't want to get Procreate, you can also draw on here. Next up, we have Lightroom. I've just started using Lightroom on my iPad. I use it a lot more on my phone, but like I said, I'm trying to get in the habit of editing all my photos on here. Then Visco, I have Visco X, which is only like £20 for a year, which is worth it for me because I can add filters on videos, which is an amazing tool. Like there's my Zara haul, for example. And it just gives you access to all of their filters presets. So I really recommend it. Facetune I use for like blurring out the background, whitening the background, or if I need a little skin smoothing, cheeky little skin smooth, I will use that. PhotoGrid is a bit self-explanatory. This is my go-to app for creating collages. I just find it really easy. This is great if you don't know your ratios that well. You can see here you have like Instagram, and then you can change it to 16:9, which is great for YouTube. Photo retouch is something I've been experimenting with recently, and I really like it. It's not the same as putting something through Photoshop. Say you have something in your photo that you wanna hide, you just go in, highlight it, select go, and there you go. That one wasn't great because it's a tiny bit blurry. Oh, whoops. I really like it. So if you're trying to create a more like seamless photo, maybe try that app out. Prequel. This is one I discovered through watching a YouTube video. This girl was talking about how she edits. I'll try to remember to link it up above. But just to show you guys how it works, so if I take a random selfie, you can add these cool effects to them. Some of them I obviously wouldn't use, like this is a bit crazy, but some of them are really nice. Whether it's for, like, I love these kind of Photoshop ones, like Polaroid photo ones. Even if it's for a story, Instagram story, they're just like trendy styles. One I absolutely love is Golden Hour. It makes it look like it's golden hour and you've got like lines in front of you in a studio. Very nice. Yeah, just all these really cool effects. A super easy way to make your photo look very cool. Tezza, I do really like. It's great for aesthetic Instagram stories. To be able to really use this app, you have to get the Premiere version, which I just don't want to do. But you can still create really cute like collages. Just a bit of fun way to make your Instagram more interesting. Lake, this is purely for enjoyment. It plays music. This is a relaxing app. It's just meant to be like one of these drawing apps, and so I like to have it on the mode where I can't go out of the lines like that because I'm not the best drawer. But you just like spin this wheel down here, it gives you color, and then you go for it. Oh, and it makes that sound, it's so satisfying. You can also switch like to spray paint, get these different textures going. I don't use this tons, but if I'm like watching a movie or something, then I might do this. Fonto is an app I've used ever since I started YouTube. It's just such an easy way to put text on a picture. Got so many cool fonts that you can add curve, you can play around with them. I also love Canva for making my thumbnails, however I prefer to use that on my laptop. So that is my photo album, definitely the most heavy album, the most going on. But now moving on to YouTube. I obviously have the YouTube app. I like to think of it as research when I'm watching YouTube videos. Shelby Church is just like YouTube inspo in terms of how she films, how she edits. Krista Burnside, who I love. Sadie Smart, check out her videos. She's the sweetest girl and her editing is crazy good. Then my YouTube Studio app. I would be lost without this. I need to stop looking at it every day because it's not very good for you to check your analytics every day. But woo, I've gone up 2 subscribers since I last checked. Then the Canon Camera Connect app is so useful to do. I'll show you. I have it up on my laptop right now. So as I'm filming this, I'm tracking it on here, and it means I can just check that my iPad is in the right position. This is very essential when I'm using my 50mm lens and the camera's quite far back. So sometimes when I'm not filming like an iPad video, I'll use my iPad for that reason. Subcount app, which yeah, obviously just tracks your subcount. Social, very tiny folder because I use all my like social media apps on my phone, but Pinterest is a big one for me because I just get so much inspiration from here, whether it's fashion, homeware, video ideas. Instagram, I don't know why they haven't come up with an Instagram version for the iPad. That is my account there if you're interested. I have been trying to work out like a theme that I like for ages. This is probably the best place to stay up to date with when I upload, when I'm gonna upload. Then my last folder is just music, GarageBand, which I never use in here, and then Spotify. I've been really getting into podcasts recently. I forgot to mention here, I do have the podcast app as well, so I kind of go back and forth. But I'll just show you on here what podcasts I've been listening to a lot because it's easier. So I love the YouTube Power Hour. It's with Erica Vera. She just talks about all things YouTube, YouTube advice. She interviews YouTubers, so if that's your thing, check that out. And then my other favorites, the Real podcast, Table Manners with Jessie Ware and her mum, so cute. Millennial Life Crisis. This is a very new podcast. Shelby Church started it with her sister Monica Church, who I also love. And then We Bought a House Together, which is probably my all-time favorite podcast. Phineas and Claudia. He's a musician, she's a YouTuber. It's like best of both worlds for me, so that podcast is very up my street. I am almost done. The only thing I was going to show you is Procreate, the star of the show. So a lot of what I do on here is just create like random PNG images to insert into my videos to make them a bit more interesting. I also like to make thumbnails on here with like literally just drawing on the font myself. Been doing that quite a lot recently. What I do is usually just get rid of that background color and then you've got like a free PNG image to work with. I love this campfire palette. It's got all these nice warm colors. And then brushes I love are Script, brush pen, chalk. I know lots of people use 6B pencil. You can double tap to go back to do like undo. There we go, a demonstration on how I like to use Procreate. That's all I have to show you guys. That is the end. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like, and if you haven't already, subscribe. Let me know what videos you want to see from me. It's probably super close up on my face, uncomfortably so, and so I'm sorry, but I hope you guys have a good day. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!